Here you can see the current 2019 homepage of the Scientology website, which is the public face of Scientology online and is the first glimpse of Scientology that potential members are seeing. The image of Dianetics presented on Scientology.org is completely different to how it is presented on Dianetics.org, and the two websites' presentation of Dianetics has diverged over the years with Scientology.org, the public face of the church, presenting Dianetics in ever more neutral and harmless tones. A different website, also managed by the Church of Scientology, devoted to the idea of Dianetics, operates under the domain name Dianetics.org, which can be seen here. Dianetics has been largely decried as a pseudoscience by the scientific community, and critics dismiss many of its practices, such as auditing, as little more than bullying and manipulation. Let's follow the story of Scientology.org from 1996, specifically the story of the link to Dianetics.org. Knowing that Dianetics is a central part of Scientology, a quick browse of Scientology.org leads us to related sites. This pages list associated websites. As we can see, it is here that we find the link to Dianetics.org. This is Dianetics.org in 1996. The explosive imagery of the volcano is a common trope in Dianetics literature, and the wording of the website also tends to be more forceful and emotive than that found on Scientology.org. In 1998, the related sites page is still the main route to Dianetics.org. However, there are minor changes to the design. In October 1999, the website design is majorly overhauled. Related sites are now shown prominently on the left side of the menu. The related sites page itself has also changed, and we can see that the Dianetics link is at the bottom. As we can also see, scrolling through the homepage, there are several paragraphs of text. There is also a link to Dianetics.org embedded in this text. The next major change comes in May 2003. At this point, the main menu has moved to the right of the page. Related sites has now gone, and Dianetics.org is linked directly from the homepage. Over the following years, there are frequent minor changes to the website layout, but the overall design remains the same, and the Dianetics.org link is always found in the menu, which moves about the page. By 2005, the link has ended up at the bottom of the page, as we can see. It is in small font and is relatively unobtrusive by this point. The bottom of the page being the last thing someone sees when they visit a website. After this point, there are only minor cosmetic changes up until December 2008, at which point Scientology.org introduces a video to the homepage. In order to reach Dianetics.org, it now takes 3 clicks. First, we go to the link named "What is Scientology?" And then we see the return of related sites, the design of which has remained the same since it last featured in Scientology.org, as the link is still found at the bottom of the page. There is another major redesign of the site in May 2010, and at this point we cannot find the link to Dianetics.org anywhere. During this period, there is still plenty of reference to Dianetics, and Scientology.org has its own dedicated Dianetics page. However, there is no direct link to the alternative Dianetics.org address. The website remains this way until August 2012. From 2012, there is now a related sites menu rather than the old related sites page. Here we can find our hyperlink. After another redesign in 2014, Related Sites still exists as a menu at the bottom of the page where we can still find the hyperlink. In 2019, the Related menu is now at the bottom of the page. However, the link to Dianetics.org cannot be found anywhere. Where has it gone? As part of this effort to neutralise the image of Dianetics, it appears as if Scientology.org has purposely distanced itself from Dianetics.org. We conclude this from the journey of the link from one website to the other, from its prominent place at the top of Scientology.org in the early 2000s to its relegation to the bottom of the page and eventual disappearance in 2019. That is not to say that Dianetics.org has disappeared from the web entirely. It is certainly still live and still links to the main Scientology website. This link now only runs one way. This has the double effect of distancing Scientology.org from the more shocking Dianetics.org for the sake of its public image, but also somewhat protects Dianetics.org from would-be prying eyes who had visited the Scientology website motivated by suspicion or distrust.